Commanders fans, this is not a drill. We just dropped some brand new, some old new, some new old. Straight up tribute to the glory days, man. Super Bowl era back. Super Bowl era jerseys are back, man. And honestly, it's a fire design, right? You got your clean whites with your real burgundy pants, right? It's a full circle moment for the franchise, but really, it's for the fans. Like it's full circle for us. Um, Last time we were anything really, we had these on. And we're gonna break it all down, man. We're gonna break it all down. So remember, July 9th is this team's anniversary. Today marks 93 years since its inception, man. Today they unveiled a throwback inspired alternate uniform with the new helmet design. And it lets you know they want you to remember who we are, who we were, who we are striving to be yet again, right? So as far as the rollout goes, the uniform will debut in three key matchups this season, and all of these are primetime games. You got Monday nighter against Seattle. I'm sorry, that's a Sunday nighter against Seattle. You got a Monday nighter in Week 13 versus Denver, and then you got Christmas Day versus Dallas. So you know that's going to be classic, iconic jerseys everywhere, right? So, and those are all primetime games, man. So we getting the old school vibes, right? The glory days, the heyday vibes on the biggest stages. They really pushing us. They really pushing us as the agenda. It's not just the time, it's what this look represents, though. Hey, this uniform was built to honor the proud past while planting a flag in the modern NFL with JD5. So we're going to zoom in, we're going to talk details, and we're going to flush it all out in this video. Stick with me, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and let's get it. Let's break down how this throwback alternate stands apart from Washington Commanders' current look that we got, especially the 2023-2024 look, right? You know, I know y'all, we all used to the home burgundies, the standard ones, the white rose set that have the burgundy-ish pants, right? And then we got the killer black alternates, right? Those things, those battle blacks, those was fire. But this new uniform, it kind of hit different, man. I'll be honest with you. It's, you know, some people might say them joints was the slave joints or whatever, but it's a clean white, man, with, you know, got that deep burgundy, man. Numbers going to be trimmed in gold. And remember, this is what the teams that lifted up the bodies in the 80s and 90s was rocking. And again, we trying to connect the past and the present, man. So, but the real story is that helmet, man. That helmet is fire, dog. Like, it's not just a shell swap. It's an entire reintroduction. It's a merging of the past and in the present, right? You got the burgundy base. You got the gold face mask. Then this is where it gets. This is where the merging happens, right? You got that classic gold center striping. And on the right side of the helmet, you're going to get that big fat W, right? Because that's all we do is win, baby. You know? And that's how we're going to fuse that legacy aesthetic together. It's a deliberate design, right? It's a modern identity, you know, a true fusion of eras, if you will, the 80s and 90s. Like I said, the Darryl Green era, right? We just going to call it that, the Darryl Green era. And then you got the JD5 era, right? And it's only possible thanks to the new rule change from the NFL. Remember, they said last year that teams can now wear 3 helmets and wear alternate uniforms up to 4 times per season. So don't expect this to be a one-time flex because this might be our full-time uniform come following season. So this is why it really matters, right? So the uniform drop, it's not just hype. It's really, think about this, man. Since the name change, the rebrand, the fan base chaos, really we just been waiting for a sign that franchise remembers its roots, right? If you're just thinking about the last 4 years, right? A little 4 or 5 years. And you can look at that and say that's that sign, right? It's a new look, but it's still an old look. You know, it's championship seasons from 82, 87, 91, right? So a lot of people gonna call that mid. They're gonna be like, oh man, we had these before, you know, it is what it is. But remember, our owner wants to honor the most successful era of our franchise, man. So he wants to encompass, if you will, the historical moments and special memories, all those RFK vibes. You know, he's trying to bring all of that back, right? So you gotta in this case, you're just gonna have to take this mid, right, and just and make it the pack. Like it's gonna be some loud if you make it. When JD5 put that on, it's gonna be loud. You know what I mean? And really, remember, it's about reestablishing the identity with real intention. You know, we know where we've been and we know where we're going. That is what this uniform says, man. So the real question you gotta ask yourself as a fan and as a commander and as a part of this community, really, are these mid? That's the question you gotta ask yourself, right? And again, I told you, when JD5 put it on, it's gonna be that pack, all right? But of course, you know, we had to do a little browsing, figure out what the internet's talking about. And really, it's mainly positive, right? Now that's usually how it goes when you get something new in. You're gonna get a lot of positive reviews, but you also gonna get a lot of criticism, right? So a lot of criticism you're gonna get from people in my age group, you know, they're gonna say, "Oh, this mid," but it's cool as well. You know, we're not gonna just trash it, but you know, we probably was looking for a little bit more of a bolder statement. However, this statement that they are making is letting you know that it's a focal point to actually bring it back to the legacy era. And so, you know, some fans, they basically saying, you know, they want those old style jerseys and whatever, whenever it came, they was gonna buy it, right? They want anything connecting themselves to the glory days of Washington Redskins, right? And we need to understand that that's really what it is. It's them connecting the Commanders to the Redskins. So this was a vital strategic move, right, to kind of get them to where they want to go, where they want to be. Um, it's cool. I think it's a cool jersey myself. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it, right? White top, true burgundy pants. The helmet, again, like I said, it's fire. That gold stripe down the middle of the helmet brings me back to when I was sitting on the couch with Pops watching the games on Sunday, right? So let me know down in the comment section what you think. Let me know if you really think it's a W, you know, and if it's going in the right direction. And if you see this as a larger part of a rebrand, let me know all that in the comment section. And definitely want to hear from you guys because this jersey alone, man, can bring back rivalries if you think about it. That Cowboys game is going to be nice. Cowboys going to have their olds on. We going to have our olds on. And it's going to get down, man. And we owe them bad, too. So, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. If it's a mid, it's a mid, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have a little mid in your diet every once in a while. Everything can't be A1 per deco. But hey, we are where we are. We going where we going. Burgundy and gold. We never fold. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for checking us out today. Have a good one.